Good morning. A very hot day as the heat wave continues for the western half of the country. Let's take a look at the weather advisory that was issued by the South African Weather Service, and it indicates the area where we are expecting the heat wave today. Now, the heat wave will persist until this afternoon in the Western Cape and then until tomorrow afternoon for the Northern and Eastern Cape. And we also have a warning for a high fire danger in the Northern Cape and parts of the Western Cape where runaway fires are possible, so please be careful in these areas. Unfortunately for this afternoon, we're not expecting much rain in the country. There is a possibility for a few drops of rain in the far eastern part of South Africa and towards this evening, also along the eastern escarpment of Mpumalanga. And this evening, there's also a possibility of light rain along the south coast. But for today, we're not expecting any thunderstorms across the interior. A warm afternoon for Gauteng with a maximum temperature of 30 degrees Celsius in Pretoria, 28 in Johannesburg, hot in Northwest with 34 in Mahikeng and 36 in Vryburg. Light rain, as I've mentioned, towards this evening around Bombela and a maximum of 26 in Ermelo. A warm to hot afternoon for the Free State today with a temperature of 34 in Bloemfontein, 31 in Bethlehem. Dry weather as we can see across the eastern part of the country as well, with an afternoon temperature of 30 in Ladysmith. Very hot conditions over the interior of the Eastern Cape around Kumani with 38 today, and along the east coast of the country temperatures will also reach the lower 30s, 31 in Durban, Richards Bay and Port St. John's, and the wind will start picking up towards this afternoon with a fresh northeasterly wind. Today an easterly swell of 1.5 meters along the east coast. Very hot conditions over the southern interior, including the Karoo, with an afternoon temperature of 43 in Beaufort West, 39 in Graafrenet and 37 in Somerset East. The very hot conditions are also felt in the western half of the Western Cape and even along the south coast. For today, a temperature of 29 in Mossel Bay, 31 in Plettenberg Bay, and a moderate wind will start picking up towards this afternoon along the south coast. And today we have a southwesterly swell of 1.5 meters along the south coast. Sunny and hot weather for the Northern Cape once again. Now, the heat wave started already at the end of last week in this province and it continues today. It will only end tomorrow afternoon. For this afternoon, 42 in Uppington and Prieska, 38 in Kimberley and 37 in Colesberg. Very hot weather also along the west coast with 27 in Alexander Bay, 30 today in Cape Town with a fresh southerly to southeasterly wind that will start picking up towards this afternoon and a southwesterly swell of 2.5 meters. And then tomorrow afternoon, it is going to be rainy in the southwestern part of the country. We're not expecting much rain in Cape Town. The rain will be more along the south coast and also in the Overberg. And late tomorrow, there's also a possibility of a few thunderstorms around Uppington. And on Saturday, we see the return of thunderstorms to the central part of the country, 28 in Pretoria, 27 in Johannesburg, while the rain now spreads towards the east coast of the country. That's all from me for now, but I will be back in the next hour with more live weather.